Happy Saturday. Hello, hello. It is Saturday, the day before Mother's Day. I'm still a little scratchy sounding. How is everyone? Welcome. If you're new, welcome. My name is Tony. I am Tony with October Road Studio, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm live on my phone so y'all can see me and I can see me and the comments because I can't see them on my iPad. It's not showing. I've got some people, but there's no comments. Let me see. Where am I at? Why is it not showing? What's going on? Let's see. Sorry, 1 second. Let me just see if I can find myself here. Hey Jennifer, how are you? I see Jennifer. I see Beverly. I think Beverly looks like she just shared me out there. I see other people are live, but I don't see myself. What is going on? Let's see. Let me see one more time. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm just trying to get it to where I can see comments. I just want to see my comments. Not showing me comments. There we are. Not showing me comments. You hear me? There we are. I'm not gonna figure out how to silence it because it's showing me comments. It's just there we are. I'll just turn it down. Okay. Turn the porch light on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Rose Boswell, welcome. Welcome everyone. Welcome to my little Saturday before Mother's Day. Sorry, my voice sounds terrible. I don't know. That little whatever we've had just keeps lingering on, y'all. It just wants to keep going. I don't know what the deal is, but I am back in some studio space. So we just had the mini retreat, the Canton meet and greet with the Vintage Soul Sisters. And I turned one of my bedrooms into a spare bedroom, guest bedroom / studio. So I no longer am sharing my bedroom with my studio space. And it's in transition still. But maybe when we're done, I will kind of flip the camera around and let you see my mess. Because it's real life, y'all. It's real life in here. And I will... Oh, it's in the 80s there? Wow. I don't know what it is here, Jennifer, but I think it's hot. Okay, so this tray is going to be for my mom. It's actually up here. I got it. It's one that Rosie has too. I got for Rosie and my mom. It's from the Dollar General. Mom doesn't have a tier tray. So for Mother's Day, I don't get to see her until Tuesday. But I am giving her this tier. Where did I go? There I go. Okay, sorry. I'm giving her this tier tray for Mother's Day. I told her not to watch, but I did get her permission because I am going to talk about her and I's relationship growing up and all the things. I lost a bunch of people for a second. I am in your room, Jennifer. I am. So this is the tier tray we're going to be using. If you hear any groaning going on, that would be Timber. She's down at my feet. And she's picked up this groaning thing, y'all. She keeps groaning. I don't know what it is. And sorry that I lost you guys for a minute, but thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. The room is no longer navy though, Jennifer. The room is now black, white, cream, and brown, and it's super cute. It was cute before, but it's really cute too. And I'll show you guys when I get to the end. But this is my inspiration piece. So I got this. I used this on another tier tray that we did in an auction. But it's for my mom. I got this at the Dollar-ish Tree store. It says different things on the squares, but she loves the color purple and lavender. And so it says, moms make everything better. Mom is all you need. I love that you're my mom. Mom, you're amazing. And then it has purple plaid and all the things. So that is my inspo piece. I also have this clearanced, don't even know what kind of paint it is. I think it's Apple Barrel because it's Petunia Purple, Apple Barrel. It was clearance and they don't even have a sticker on it. They just made a sticker. And let me see who's here. Hello, Joanne. Hi, Deb. Hello, Cynthia, Rose. Everyone, thanks for jumping back on. I'm sorry that my internet went out for a second. So we have a little pail. This is from Hobby Lobby. I think I got it, I don't know, a while back, Rosie and I got it. It was 40% off. It's in the spring collection. I'm going to take the price tag off. It was, I don't know, I'm not going to say how much it was because I don't want my mom to know how much I spent on her. She'd kick my butt. So anyway, this cute little watering can. Hello, hello. I don't know why there we go. Hello, hello. I am so excited. So I'm taking these little plier thingies. Can you guys see me okay? This is a new setup. So this is an I-beam that I'm actually working on, and I don't have my iPad holder in here because been doing my lives at Rosie's, and I decided to do it here because Rosie's really sick right now, and I've been really not wanting to leave my house either. So we're gonna clip these little, I don't even know what kind of flowers these are. Do y'all know? Maybe the sticker says. These are myosotis. Hello, Michelle Jones. How are you? Hello, hello. We are going to do some Mother's Day pieces to go on a tier tray. And some of them will be more involved, some of them aren't. We're going to chit-chat about mother-daughter relationships and all the things. So feel free to, like, say whatever you feel. I don't want anyone to, like, be, like, afraid to talk about anything. I don't want anyone to get offended and I want everyone to be I want to be upfront with everyone that I did talk to my mom before I went live to make sure she knew that I was going to be talking about her. Hello, Jenny Dean. How are you, friend? Because that's just, to me, that's disrespectful. I just wanted to make sure Mom knew that I was going to be talking about her. So, look at how cute that is. I just put some purple and green, myosotis, I don't know how you say it. It's let's see. It's myosotis pick. Myosotis? I don't know. But look at how cute. And if I had some twine, which may be in number whatever bucket we have over here. All my buckets are numbered, but now that I've moved everything, I have to relearn where all my stuff is because here's some white and brown twine. We'll use that. Oh no, where's my scissors? Ah! I know I have scissors, y'all. Okay. Let's see. I know I put scissors on this table. I just had to figure out where I put them. I wonder if my wires will cut these. We'll see. If they don't, I may have to. Oh, it did work. Perfect. Hello, hello. Yes, happy Mother's Day. Hello, Nancy Boozer. How are you? I'm just going to put this right around the top rim just to add a little texture. It's kind of cute. And it matches the tier tray because the tier tray is like cream white and all the things. Y'all like my hat? Farm Hair Don't Care. I was out on the property this morning. Hello, Jenny Friedman. How are you? Long time no see. Long time no see. It's been a long time for me, too. I was live this Tuesday, but barely. Whew, that was a rough one, y'all. Or no, it was Thursday. Sorry. I wasn't even live Tuesday. It was Thursday. Okay. Oh, my goodness. How sweet is that? And how simple is that? We just took a little watering can. We added some jute twine. It's like white and brown. And then some mitosis, I guess is how you say it. Hello, hello. And that's one of our pieces. Excuse me. So we have 2 pieces already. Do you see the little flowers on here? Mindy Mingo, she should be hopping on. She's painting her bedroom, I think, today, but she is an admin on my page, and she came to my mini retreat and also to the Canton Vintage Trade Days, and you've been working. Oh, thank you for watching. Hello, Deb McKinney. I think I said that already. My things are being weird. Anyway, she brought me some craft supplies, me and Rosie some craft supplies, so we're super excited. So I have some flowers that we're gonna do. But I thought it would be fun. I'm gonna have to figure out where I put my stinking scissors, y'all. I've got a million pairs of scissors and not one pair to be found. So we'll just start with something small. Okay, this tier tray that I showed y'all in the beginning is really tall. And I see scissors, but they're underneath my iPad. That's funny. So we're gonna use this as the paint backdrop right here. Can y'all see that? No, not really. We are going to paint this. We're gonna make a little gnome. I don't even know if my mom likes gnomes, but we're gonna like a baby gnome too. So we're gonna have a mom gnome and a baby gnome. Isn't that cute? Y'all are gonna help me figure out like the little things, because we're gonna make two girl gnomes, like a mom gnome and a mom gnome and a baby gnome, girl gnome. Hello, Sandy. How are you? And Carmen, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. What is everyone doing? Are you guys getting ready for tomorrow? Is everyone staying home? Tell me what you're doing. What are you up to? I have been organizing and rearranging, and oh my goodness, I've been writing. I have my notepad next to me all day. I've been telling Siri too, Siri, take a note and do this for me, because Jax didn't help me hang up a pallet at the end of the hallway, and we're going to decorate it this week on the live. And all the things. Hey, Mama Jackie. I was just talking to Mindy about you and your Mother's Day present. I'm not telling you what it is, though. Nope, nope, nope. Not telling you. But it will be headed your way probably Tuesday, because that's when I'm getting it picked up, is Tuesday. It won't be ready till Tuesday. Hello, Lynn Mills. Welcome. So my mom's favorite color, one of her favorite colors is purple or lavender, both. She likes both of those colors. So we're going to make some little purple gnomes. And these are left over, ironically, from a live that I did for Christmas back in, was it 21 when I hurt my hand? I think it was the launch of that Christmas one. I don't know why my comments don't want to sing. She's so cute. Hi, daughter. Hello, Lynn Mills. Yes, Mom Jackie, I told Mindy today, earlier when I was talking to her, I said, one of these days, I'm just going to call y'all when I'm like an hour away and be like, okay, I'll be there in an hour. Be ready. Make sure my side of the bed's ready, because I'm going to be there. So I'm just putting, this is just apple barrel. What did I say it was? Apple barrel petunia purple. Who doesn't love a good petunia? Do y'all like petunias? I love petunias. My mom and I have the funniest story about petunias. So do you know the difference between wave petunias and regular petunias? You'll be there, Jackie? Good, Mom Jackie. I can't wait. I can't wait to hug you. If you're anything like Mindy Roo, I'm so excited to see y'all. Do you know the difference between wave petunias and regular petunias? Hello, you just got back from Mother's Day dinner at your daughter-in-law's? Oh, I'm so glad you caught me live too. How fun. What did y'all have for dinner? So, wave petunias grow like a wave. Like they just keep going and going, like long ways and out. And regular petunias kind of just grow up and down, I guess, kind of. But the biggest difference in the wave petunias and regular petunias is that wave petunias, you have to pick the dead heads off all the time. I mean, regular petunias, you do that too, but the wave petunias, you don't do it as much, and they regrow. But the wave petunias, you don't do it as much. I think that's the way it goes. It's one or the other. Yeah, regular petunias, you take the dead flowers off, they regrow new ones. The wave petunias, you don't have to do that with because they're waves and they just keep growing new ones. Well, my mom, Papa Craig. Oh yeah, Papa Craig. Did Mindy tell you what I called him? I couldn't remember his name, Mom Jackie. So I said Papa Jackie. It was so funny. I said, tell Papa Jackie I said hello and thank you for my M&M Skittle holder. We've almost got them all eaten, me and Jackson. Pork and sauerkraut and mashed pots. Ooh. Pork and sauerkraut? I've only tried sauerkraut one time in my whole life, y'all. I really need to get braver. I do. Anyway, so my mom and I, we went to a family outing or whatever, and Mom knew that I used to take care of my petunias all the time, and I was always out there, but I didn't ever have wave petunias. I just always had regular petunias. And so we were at a family thing, and there was a bunch of deadheads on this petunia plant. So she went to picking those petunia the dead ones off. And my aunt come along and she's like, what are you doing to my plant? And my mom's like, well, I'm picking the deadheads off. And she's like, you don't do that. These are wave petunias. That's right. It's wave petunias. You don't do that to. You only do that to regular petunias. And I just remember my mom felt so bad because she thought she was being helpful. And she wasn't. We felt bad. I felt bad for my mom because she thought she was doing the sweetest thing, helping, and anyway, she got in trouble because she was picking the petunia the dead heads off of the waves, and anyway, on a normal petunia plant, it would have been fine. No, Jennifer, I have not. You haven't been here. I haven't done it yet. Girl, I haven't been well enough to do anything. I had my last treatment on Monday. I was so sick. I've been so sick, and then I pulled it together and did that live on Thursday, and then I just have been one day at a time, y'all. One day at a time around here. But we are doing, look at how pretty that is. Isn't that a pretty purple? Like a lavender purple? Okay, we're going to let that one dry, and we're going to do the baby, woo! The little girl one. It's a girl one because this is me. The big one's my mom, even though my mom's definitely not that tall, but she is taller than me. Doesn't take much. Jennifer is just shorter than me, but she's only, I think Miss Siobhan might be as tall as me over at Southern Designs and Finds. Not very many people are taller than me. Hello, Miss Regina. So anyway, I was talking to my mom before I came live, and I was like, Mom, don't watch my live because I'm making your Mother's Day stuff on the live, but I'm going to be talking about you too. And she's like, and you don't want me to watch it? I said, no, I don't want you to watch it. She's like, well, are you okay? I said, but I'm not going to say anything bad. Nothing that you've not already said to, because you guys, I'm going to write a book. Like, I've already downloaded an app, and I'm starting to, like, dictate to my, isn't it right? Your mother would loved it. Oh, did she love purples? My mom loves purples. She loves purples. I am not a purpley girl. I am not a purple girl, but my mom loves her purple. But, you know, we all have, Mother's Day to me has always been, I don't know. I was taught to respect your mom, no matter what. As a mother myself, I am learning that it doesn't really matter how we raise our kids, what we teach our kids, how we bring them up, whether they are raised in the perfect situation with a two-parent home or a one-parent home or a healthy parent home or a sick parent home or a home that is just not perfect, because none of us are perfect, right? Like, that's a real thing, right? You guys, throw me some hearts. Life is not perfect, is it? Throw me some hearts. We all have our struggles. No matter what, we all have our struggles. I see no hearts. Can you guys hear me? Where's my hearts? There we go. There's always something, but I can honestly say that I've had, at one time I had 6 kids in the house, 5 kids in the house, 6 altogether. And age ranges from 29 to 15. And at one point, or at several points, it was a 2-parent home and then a single mom home. And the dynamics are so different. And my mom had the same thing with us, except for she had half the kids. She had 3 kids. I was the oldest. Then I have a sister, and then I have a brother. And she was married, and then she wasn't married. And then from about the time I was 15, 16, hello, Jackie.
Is your car unlocked? Is your car unlocked?
Yeah, it is, babe. Thank you. She was a single mom pretty much until, let's see, she got divorced again when I was 15, 16. I would think I was 16 when their divorce was final. And so she finished raising us 3 kids on her own. And that was tough. And she was single in between there too. And I look at how I raised my kids, single and married, and it's so different, y'all. So different. Hello, Miss Marianne. I have these little paper studio flowers, and I thought they would be cute. I don't know, maybe on one side of this, I'm going to get a couple out. Excuse me, just for some accent pieces for our little gnomes. But Mom did the best that Mom could do with what Mom had, and Mom's, that's just, she did the best she could do. And for a long time, I never really, let's just say, I haven't really talked about my mom much on my lives. You guys don't know much about my mom. Hello, Jean. Hello, Jessica. And there's a reason for that. It has taken a long, long, long time for me to get to have a really good relationship with my mom. My mom and I struggled with trusting my mom for a long time. And that is not saying bad things about my mom. I love my mom dearly. But it took me a long time as an adult to realize, I'd never hated her. I never was really angry with her. I just was, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. But for the last 20-something years of my life, especially the last, I think Mom and I talked about it, the last 6 years of my life especially, I have taken my relationship with my mom very, God is definitely in my relationship with my mom and I. It's just my childhood was rough, okay? I was witness to, and I'm just going to say, in my book that I'm writing, you'll learn that I went through some abuse, and not really by my mom, but people that are allowed to be around me, and I didn't feel like I was protected, I guess. As a child, I didn't feel protected, and as an adult, I look back and I definitely feel like I wasn't protected, but it wasn't necessarily her fault. It was just it was just part of life and something that I had to go through. And I'm about to share some very intimate things with you guys because it's going to be in the book. So, and as well, it's just part of it. But I'm trying to figure out how to say this in words without like making it sound really bad or really weird. We had the vintage thrifted meet and greet that Rosie and I and Jen at Mistress of Junk help host on Thursday and Friday during the day. And then Rosie and I's mini retreat started Friday and Saturday. Well, Friday night, my mom and I got a phone call, and it was from one of my siblings' fathers was ill and in the hospital, and he was not going to make it. He was not going to make it. And so they wanted to know if we wanted to say any goodbyes, all the things. And my first reaction was, my mom looked at me and she said, do you want to go there? I mean, he lives far 2,000 miles away. And I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want any business to be around him. I have forgiven him, but I have no business to be, I have no cares to be around him. But he was unconscious and they were getting ready to take him off life support, but they wanted to give the family a chance to say goodbye. And my mom was listed as next of kin. My brother was unavailable, and so my mom and I were it. And so I had an opportunity the doctor called on the Doxymed. So sorry, I'm talking and I'm not telling you guys what I'm doing. I took a Dollar Tree Easter gnome, and I'm going to use some of the beard for the bottom, okay? Hello, Lori. Thank you for sprinkling this video. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello. If you're joining, we're talking about mother-daughter relationships, and some are great, some are iffy, some are we learn from, we forgive, we do all the things. It's just the way it just is part of life. But, hey, Jackson. Sorry. Can you go get me the scissors out of the knife block, please? Thank you. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we have all these people in town, out of state. Hello, Miss Caitlin. Hello, Miss Pam. Welcome. And we get this news that he's about to be taken off life support. I've got all these people, and we're about to eat dinner. And I actually had been in the ER myself, and we were on our way home from the ER, and everyone was getting ready to eat dinner. And I was, my mom's like, well, do you want to say something? And, because we were on my phone, and the doctor was like, okay, go ahead and talk to him. And my mom was trying to talk to him, and there was no response, y'all. None. And then I started talking. And it was me. And he is Spanish speaking, and I tried to use some broken Spanish. I'm not very good at it, but I did a little bit. And y'all, it was the most surreal experience. I will never forget, but I did screenshot it for my sibling because they couldn't be there. I'm just making this little beard for this gnome. I wish I had going. There we go. It's back. I don't know if I'm still going. Thank you for the stars, Mama Jackie. Okay, so anyway, the doctor has me in front of his face, and my mom's talking to him, and then she puts me in front of his face, and I start talking, and he couldn't speak, and his eyes were closed, but his eyebrows like furrowed up, y'all, and he knew who was talking to him. Like, his eyebrows like crinkled up, and he was listening to me. And it was the most surreal experience for me because I was able to let him know that my sibling loved him and that I forgave him and that it was okay for him to go, and that I let him know that I was sure in my heart that if he explained to the Lord, whatever, it was between him and God, that I'm sure God would forgive him for whatever. Hi, Cynthia. Am I supposed to be going somewhere? No, I wasn't going anywhere. No, I wasn't going anywhere. My Wi-Fi is just being really weird. Here's my nose. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with this little gnome here. Why I tell all these serious stories. I'm sorry. I'm not doing very good. But it was very emotional for me because I had a house. I had a bunch of company, and I was processing all these feelings that I've had for years. I mean, this was back in the 80s, y'all, and I haven't seen him or talked to him, and so it was very it was quite the experience for me to process, and I'm still processing, to be honest, because of his choices and his decisions changed the direction of my life. You're here, Mindy. Mindy was here. She hugged me. It was a rough night. His decisions affected my life. The way that I looked at life, the way that I looked at other people. But I'm a very forgiving person. I like to think anyway. And so, but the amazing part of it is that this is about Mother's Day, not Father's Day. So I'll hurry and get past this part because it's really not my favorite part to talk about. But when I was done talking to him and I said my piece, his eyebrows relaxed and he just went, like it was like he was done, like he was gone. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Mindy, that's what I'm talking about. Hello, Corinne. How are you? Just talking about my childhood a little bit. And so anyway, I'm trying to kind of get them up to speed about, different things I went through in life. And so, I say my piece, and then I leave my mom in the car, and she finishes talking to the doctor and all the things, and I go upstairs, and then Mom joins us for dinner, and we're all sitting at the table, and we're talking about our childhoods and different things, and all, I've talked about my childhood a little bit on my lives, but not a lot. Y'all know that my adulthood has been kind of crazy. We've had a lot of life happen. Oh, thank you, Mindy. You're so sweet. I don't know about awesome. I just did me. But my mom's sitting at the table and we're all just eating, we're just talking and talking about life. And I don't know how we started talking about places we've lived and moved and all the things. But someone said something about how many places they've lived. And all of a sudden, my mom blurts out, well, Tony lived in 48 places by the time she was 13 years old. Y'all, you do, Minnie? Y'all have to throw up some hearts or some laughs or something. Everyone at the table was like, put their head down and ate, or it was like a mic drop. It was like a mic drop. They were like, no one knew what to say. 48 places. Everyone was processing. You could see, I just put my head down, that lasagna tasted so good. I just was like, lasagna, where's the lasagna? For real. How many times did you move by the time you were 13? In the comments, how many places had you lived by the time you were 13? Can you guys beat 48? I'm serious. All you can do is laugh. And so I told my mom today, I was like, well, you said it at the dinner table, so I don't feel so bad saying it on my live because those people at the dinner table heard it on the live. I mean, at the dinner, out from your mouth. Like, I didn't even know it was that many, y'all. I didn't even know. Jennifer had only moved once. Only once by the time you were 13. I don't even know what that would look like or feel like. I don't even know, Jennifer. So, like, hello, Leo. I just don't even know, y'all. I don't even know. I think that, I don't guess I really ever took the time. I'm taking the end off of a tack. Actually, I wonder if the tack will just fit into this. I'm going to make a little nose for this little gnome. Let's see if I'm strong enough to push it down in here. Ooh. Pam says only one. 3 to 4 times for Mindy. Hello, Miss Bonnie. 48 times, y'all, by the time I was 13 years old. And then we went on to move a couple more times. Oh, welcome, Leo. Tanner's grandpa. Welcome, Grandpa Leo. Your granddaughter is a gem. I absolutely love that girl. She is such a delight. We fell in love with her in Texas. Oh, my heavens. She is so sweet. Hello, hello. So anyway, if that kind of gives you an idea, I resented my mom for a long, long time. I would literally go to school and I'd come home and our house or our apartment would be packed up and she'd say, finish packing, we're moving. I would never get to say goodbye to my friends, hardly ever. And that was it. We were gone before morning. Like, it was just, that's the way it was. Like, that's what I knew. As an adult, someone gave me some advice when I went to college. And they said, stay there for a year. Stay there for a year and see how you do. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, grandpa-in-law, sorry. I thought that Tarvin was Connor's grandpa, but I bet anyone would claim Tanner as their own. I'll claim her. Mindy, you better watch out. I'll claim her. Mama Jackie, you better watch out too. I'll claim her too. Anyway, Tanner's Mindy's daughter, y'all. She's the sweetest. But I'm just trying to give you guys a picture of, you know, my childhood was like everyone's, I'm sure, a little bit challenging at times, a lot of times for me, for whatever reason. And as a child, we're making gnomes right now, and I'm just rambling. So we're going to put some polka dots on these and maybe some stripes. I'm going to put polka dots on the top of this. Isn't this so cute? These are going to go on the tier tray, along with flowers and all the things. Let's see, white chalk paint. You were 8, you moved to San Antonio, Mom got sick, so we moved back to Iowa. A total of 2 weeks. The only people who went on vacation and took their furniture with them. Mama Jackie, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. So I'm taking the end of my paintbrush and I'm going to make some polka dots. Some little polka dots on this little mama's gnome's hat. I'm just going to do a circular motion like that. And I'm using white, Snow White Waverly chalk paint. And we're just going to make random polka dots. So I'm just giving you guys some backstory on my childhood because Mother's Day for me, I've always celebrated my mom, no matter what, because I was taught respect. Being respectful is important no matter what. And I know that my mom did the best she could with what she had and what she was, you know, at the time. And other people may not see that. Other people may not be as forgiving as me. A lot of people aren't. Mindy, I told Mama Judy, I asked her if it was okay that I talked about this on the live, and she said yes. But I told her she couldn't get on the live because all the stuff I'm making is for Mother's Day for her and she can't see it. So yeah, she's avoiding the live because I told her she can watch it after Tuesday or after tomorrow because I don't want her to see what I'm making. But I did get her permission to talk about her. I don't want to talk about her without her knowing. But she said it's okay. I told everyone that you moved 48 times by the time you were 13 years old. So she's like, it can't get much worse than that. I was like, I know, Mom. That was like a major mic drop. But no one knew what to say. Me and Tanner were like footsies underneath the table. Anyway. So that's kind of like, it took me a long time. There were things along the way that I really had to learn to love my mom a little bit more extra and a little bit harder than normal, you know? And I look at my own kids now and I think, wow, my older kids, they had an easy life. Like, 2 parents, same spot, lived in the same spot pretty much forever. Really didn't move a whole lot. I mean, we moved when I was out of college, and then I was married to the same person forever until my oldest was like almost 15, 14, something like that. I don't know. Life didn't get crazy for the kids until my oldest was graduated from high school, and Jax was, I don't know, 5, I guess, 4 or 5, and that's when I got sick, and the house burned down, and all the things got crazy, and it's just been really hard for the last 2 kids, and the older kids don't really, if I'm missing stuff, it's because I can't see. So Mindy, if you can, Tanner and I were in your room and you had called her home and she came running and panting because the poor lady had to walk up the apartment from the community. Yeah, poor Mama Judy. And don't get me wrong, she is awesome, but my mom will tell you, she is married to her work. She's not a grandma that bakes cookies. She's not a touchy-feely kind of lady. She doesn't, one of the moments that she tells people that she prides herself in, that I think is funny. I mean, it's not really funny, but it is kind of funny because you'd have to know my mom. But I remember when she went to a funeral one time and I said, Mom, don't forget you're supposed to cry at funerals. That's just how my mom is. Like, she doesn't show a lot of emotion. That's just how my mom is. And that's okay, because she's my mom, and, we've learned over the years to make it work, and I think that, I'm trying to say, if you don't expect things, then you can't get disappointed. Oops. If that makes sense. If you accept people where they're at, yes, my dog crate arm issue. If you don't expect certain things from people, then you can't get disappointed. And I really do believe that allows you to love and be open to people and more accepting of people in general. Not just your mom, not just your dad, not your kids, but everybody in general. I mean, if we don't expect certain things from them, we can't be let down or disappointed. And I think that's a really important, valuable thing to kind of think about and wrap your head around, or your thoughts around, if that makes sense. You miss your mom, Jenny? I bet you do. And that's one thing that I'm grateful for, because I do have a very, my mom is not, she'll be the first to tell you, so I'm not really telling anything that she wouldn't say herself. She's not a super forgiving person. She kind of is more of a grudge holder. And I forgive way more than I should. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? To forgive more than you should? Or forgive easier? Or I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, there's my mama gnome. I just think she needs like a little flower up here. And then we're going to do the baby gnome. Or the me gnome, the Tony gnome, the small Tony gnome. Where'd it go? Right here. Some people are quick to forgive and forget. I do forgive, but I don't forget, I guess. I think it shows what kind of person we are. Like, I don't know. I think, what am I trying to say? I'm stumped right now. I think we need to give grace. I think Christ was forgiving, and I think if we can show grace and we can forgive and love and be an example to others, then we can do the best we can. And we're not perfect, or we wouldn't be here, y'all. We wouldn't be here. We forgive as the Bible commands, but where you struggle, and me too, is allowing those who hurt us to continue to walk on us, or at least not putting up healthy. Yes, Mindy, amen. Healthy boundaries is a really hard thing for me, because I do believe that everyone's good. Like, I believe that I'm a therapist, y'all. Like, when I was actively practicing, my job was believing people could change, and they had it in them. If they really want to change, they can. And you sometimes you just can't leave that out. I couldn't leave that at the door. I couldn't leave work at work. It was not good. I don't know. Anyway, there's me. That's my gnome for me. When those are dry, we'll put some flowers, like little bows on them. And now we'll move on to the next thing. Let me wipe the end of my brush off as I continue to ramble on. So, Mother's Day is always, I always like Mother's Day. I think it's a great day to celebrate moms, but I think we should celebrate moms every day. Hi, Tina. Oh, am I back? Sorry, I don't know why I'm freezing. Maybe it's because Jackson's in there on his phone or something. Okay, I have a little quote that I printed off. And it says, let me read it. Let me cut it and then I'll read it to y'all. It was kind of purpley, but I just cut all the flowers off. It says, a mother's love is the fuel that enables a normal human being to do the impossible. And no matter what stage of my life I've been in, no matter how low I've been, no matter what, my mom, I can tell you, has always believed that I know that my mom believes I can do anything I put my mind to. Even when it has been rocky with us, which it has. Or I didn't feel like I could trust her or whatever, I knew at the end game, my mom would always root for me. And I think that, I don't know. As a mom myself, I've learned that love we have for our kids, look at that. That's cute, but you know what it needs? Anyone know what it needs? Buttons! Mindy is always there for me. The other two kind of put me off. And Yeah, I mean, it kind of, that's how I am with my mom. Like, I love my mom. I love all of you too. Like, I just don't, it's hard to explain. But as a mom myself, I'm learning that I don't know that I really love being a mom of adult children. They don't appreciate you as much as they did, at least not at this stage of life. My adult children are not as lovey as they used to be. I don't know if they're watching, but I might not get any happy Mother's Days if they're watching tomorrow. I'm putting some buttons in the corner over here for some color. Oh, did you guys hear Timber is groaning on the ground over here? She's so funny. I don't know. It seems like we go through stages in life, and I don't know. My older kids are just kind of going through a stage right now, and I don't know. I think that as kids too, I was telling Mindy and Elizabeth actually the other day, when I was in grad school working towards my therapy degree, my therapy license, I actually I went back and got some of my own files when I was a kid to see if some of the things that I remembered actually really did happen or like really occurred. Because like sometimes when we're kids, we remember things a little bit differently than when they really happened. And I was like, surely I just remembered it wrong, or it was blown out of proportion in my head, and it wasn't. And I think that was really hard for me to process. But I'm grateful that I was in a educational program when I did that, because we were required to go to therapy and all the things. If you're going to be a therapist, you got to go to therapy. And I learned so much about myself, and oh my goodness, how cute is that? Look at how cute that is. And it has a stand. Look at how cute. Do you guys like that? Hello, Rhonda. Look at how cute. It has buttons in the corners. Are you guys liking that? So then we have our gnomes, and we have our little quote. Oh, and then we have this, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. I had put some fabric on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave it because I think it will tie in. I do think I'm gonna paint the heart purple though. We're gonna do the apple barrel petunia purple again, and I still have some in my little dipper thingy, so I'm gonna just quick paint that white heart purple. And I think it's really light, so the black lines will still show through, which will be good. So, anyway, that's my story with my mom. And I love her, and I love all my adopted moms, because I have a lot of them that I just, there are special women in my life that were amazing examples. Even now, there's special women that are super special to me. And I'm just very, very grateful for them. And yeah. There we go. That's cute, right? You have found with multiple kids, they all have different... Yes, Rhonda, right? It's so random, too. Like, I'm like, how do you remember that way? Like, that's not how that happened. Like, I know for a fact that's not how it happened, but you can't take their memories are their memories. Like, I mean, it is what it is, and you do the best you can, and we are not perfect. Like I said, we are not perfect. Okay, so what else do we have to put in this? Oh, y'all have to see these. Okay, I think I'm gonna paint this little canvas. This is from the Dollar General. And look, it came with a canvas and an easel. So I got it for $1. Dollar Tree sells the easel alone for $1.25 and then the canvas for $1.25. And I got both of them for a whole $1. I'm gonna paint this white real quick. And then we're gonna put some purple flowers on there or something. Something. So kind of where we're at. But I did want to see if my memories were really way off or if they were kind of right. And they were right, which is sad, which I hate. But I'm glad that I got it cleared up and I was able to move on and, you know. In the summer as her happiest memory. Oh, that's so sweet, Rhonda. You know what smells good to me? I'm allergic to lavender, but hyacinths, to me. Oh, good, Nancy. Thank you. I hope so. I'm feeling tons better. It's still, like, my voice is still raspy, and I get, like, out of energy, like, really easy. I have to rest, but oh my goodness, compared to last week and the week before, I am 125 million% better. And Tuesday, I go for scans, and I'm super ready. Oh, I'm so ready, you guys. Rosie's gonna go with me, and then we're gonna go meet my mom in Oklahoma. Okay, so I just painted over the butterflies. You can see them, they were on the back, but we're gonna put some flowers on there. And I'm just using a wipe to get the paint off my brush because I don't have any water with me. Yes, lilacs. The lilacs they smell good. I remember when I was little, since we're doing purple, do you guys remember honeysuckles? I don't see them in Texas very often. Maybe it's too hot for them. But do you remember honeysuckles? And you used to pick them and suck the honey out of the ends of them? Aren't those fun? Don't remember doing that? Show me some hearts if you remember doing that. Or if you still do that. Okay, these are from Mindy. And they are gonna fly open. Whoa! Look at that. Look how pretty these are. Look at that, y'all. Now we're gonna make a little thing and we're gonna put it on that canvas. I think we're gonna use this one. Yeah. Or maybe we'll use this one. Hold on. We might change our minds. Let's see what this one is. She bought me so many florals. Hello, Trina. Am I froze again? No, I hope I'm not froze again. Thinking. No, that's more blue. Okay. We're going to take a flower, and I'm just going to glue it. Get this dry a little bit. You remember the house you grew up in, had them along the... Oh, you did? How awesome! The bees. Ugh. My second to oldest son is allergic to bees. I actually wanted to put bees on the property, but they're not doing well in Texas right now. Everyone here in Oklahoma and Texas are shipping their bees to California. I'm sad about that. Okay. Let me see. Oh, this will be cute. And compliments of Mindy for the flowers, y'all. She did awesome. Look at how cute that is. I need to glue this one piece down now. Sorry, I'm kind of taking a little bit longer on this live. I'll try to hurry. I'm just trying to think of what else I was planning on putting on here because the tier tray that I have from Dollar General is big, y'all. But we can start decorating it and see. Ah, the paint's still wet. See how it goes. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's cute, right? Okay. So let's see. Get this picked up. What do you guys think of my little table? It's an I-beam. It's left over from when I rebuilt my house when it burnt. Well, when I built my house from when it burned down. Okay, here's the tier tray. Cute and simple, Nancy. Amen. Okay. It's really close for y'all, sorry. Okay, so we have our gnome, which I think will be good down here. Oh my heck, how good is that? Mama Judy's gonna love these. Oh, this one's gonna need a riser. But there's the baby gnome, or the little girl gnome. And then we've got, I'm gonna put this one up here. Like that. You guys can't see it. Oh yeah, you can. And then I'm gonna put this World's Greatest Mom in the back. I don't have my Lazy Susan, it's at Rosie's. It's gonna need, you know what, it needs some beads. You know what we're gonna, shoot, hold on. We're gonna rise this little sign up. I'm gonna put some beads on the bottom to give it a little height so you can see it better. Let me just do this and I'll show you real quick, sorry. Two little beads on it. You guys, I found some beads at the Dollar General for $3. They're a beaded garland. I'm about to show you them. They are so cute. Okay, so I just added 2 white beads to this, and I'm gonna put it in the back, and I'll turn it around. It's probably gonna need more. I don't know, I'll have to play with that later. And then all these are going to need to be raised up. Here's our little can of flowers. Look how cute. And then we've got this little flower. Goes down, we'll do this like down here. It's going to need more stuff, but I don't have enough stuff on my table, so I'll have to take a picture. That way Mama Judy can't see it until I give it to her. Let me see. We're getting there. Purple. Whoop. Scared me. I think that's like all the things we made, right? I need a white lantern somewhere. Oh, the beads. Look at the beads. I was missing something. Let me cut the tag off. Look, $3, y'all. $3. I wish I had my stinking. I'm gonna hang this on the top of the little thing on the top of the, there we go. Look at how cute these beads are, y'all. For $3, those beads were $3. Okay, it looks kind of plain, I know, but I'm gonna jazz it up some more and then I'll take pictures before I give it to her. Because I think I have a towel and I have a lantern, but I forgot to get them out. But look, here's the World's Greatest Mom. That's got to go up a little bit higher. I think I'm gonna have to put squares on it because the beads aren't gonna hold it. Yeah, this is definitely gonna need more height. Where's the, I'm going to probably put some Boston baked beans in that jar. I know they're not purple, but she loves Boston baked beans. And then I'll put a lantern And I'll put some cute little, but I think actually one of my favorite pieces on here is this simple piece right here. This piece right here is one of my favorites. Isn't that cute? The easel with one single flower. Why, Tony, why? I don't know. But Mom doesn't have a tier tray and she's about to have one. But we definitely need some height right where my face is in the back. See, we need height right there. So I have to fix that. And we need some lights and candy in that jar. Happy Saturday, Sienna. Thank you, Nancy. You're on your way to where? Meppo.